lot of young guys these days, they're not wearing any belts at all, right? You've seen them, they have their pants hanging down low so everybody can see their underwear. That's supposed to be sexy. That's what I've been told. And I agree, but you know what I like to do sometimes? I like to put my pants on first, then I like to put my underwear up over my pants. Then I pull my underwear down a little bit in the back and give people a peek at my pants. I think that's sexy. I think that's sexy. I was in Office Depot, right? There's a clearance table up by the front of the store. They're trying to get rid of everything, right? Trying to get rid of all this stuff. There's a sign on the table that says, everything on table, $1. So I'm thinking, well, that's a good deal. So I take everything. I put it in my basket. And I get out my dollar. Push it up to the register. But she starts ringing things up. $1, $2, $3. Whoa, 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 no. It's all $1 total. I point over to the sign. She says, that means each item is $1. I said, that's not what it says. She says, you're the first person to misunderstand the sign. I said, I'm the first person to understand the sign. She says, you want me to call the manager? Yes, absolutely, call the manager. So she does, and I'm standing there waiting for him, and here he comes down the aisle, and I can, you know, sometimes you can look at somebody, and just by looking at them, you can tell they're going to be a problem. I could tell this guy was going to be a problem. Sure enough, he wouldn't sell me 82 items for $1. I said, I want to talk to your boss. I want to talk to the district manager. He said, what's your name? He said, come with me. What's your name? I said, why does everybody want to know my name all the time? I was wasting my time with that guy, Mr. Attitude Man. I went over to Denny's because I was hungry, and they had a big sign up that said 4 meals for under $4. They're liars too, they all lie. They're all in cahoots. Office Depot, Denny's, 1 meal, that's all they wanted to give me. Try to eat all right, better I mean, but it's hard on the road. You know, they eat the fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, these places. Sometimes I'll screw with the guy, I'll screw him, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna get a McWhopper. Yeah, McWhopper. With mashed potatoes and a Heineken. The Biggie Heineken. Supersize the Biggie. You know what? Make it a Schlitz. Can I change my order? You ever try to change your order? Oh, man. They look at you like you asked them to rewire the Pentagon. We got a situation over here. We got a code red. Yeah, this man, he's not going to eat the things he said he would eat originally. What am I supposed to do now? Push the buttons, show me which ones. Shift, Alt, Enter, Delete, Escape, Start over. Welcome to Burger King, what do you want? Get it right this time. This is hard. What I'm doing is hard. You know what I like to do at Burger King? I go, you know what? I want a Whopper with cheese, but I want the top bun on the bottom and the bottom bun on the top. Yeah, that's my way. I want the top bun on the bottom and the bottom bun on the top. And don't just think you can flip it upside down. I know the difference.
I don't remember it ever being weird growing up without a dad. The only times it was ever weird is when I would spend the night at people's houses that had a dad. I'd be in there like, who's this guy? Why is he walking around all arrogant? What's he own this place? I don't like this guy's bravado. What's his whole deal? And then he'd leave for work, and my friends would be like, bye, Dad. And I'd be like, dude, he ain't coming back.
But the downside of getting older is that you get to a point where you realize your mind and body aren't always on the same page. Oh my God. That's where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard place for dudes to be. I was playing basketball, went to block a shot, because my mind said, Ty, go block that shot. You can block that shot. Went to block the shot, my body was like, hey! Where are you going? I love animals. I'm a dog lover. I love my dogs, yeah. Right? I love my dogs more than I love people. Yeah. You know? Like, I know this. Like, people think that's weird. Like, I know this. You know how I know I love my dogs more than I love people? Because my dogs will poop, and I expect to pick it up. I went and bought decorative bags from a store, specifically knowing that poop was gonna go in these bags. I put thought into the bag that I was gonna get to put this poop in. There is no human being in my life that comes even close to that kind of consideration. And my girl was like, you wouldn't do it for me? And I'm like, no. She's like, well, what if I was just drunk? And I'm like, then hell no. That's irresponsible poop. I can't pick up irresponsible poop.
I remember when I found out my daughter had to wear hearing aids. Very shocked, very upset. I actually cried about it. I thought about all the time I wasted yelling. Could have had one of my sons bring me the remote. And I thought she would be ashamed of the hearing aids, but she loves the hearing aids. She loves them. Oh my God, Daddy, I love these hearing aids. I get the birds chirping, I get water flowing, I get all my music, Daddy, I just love them. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But you know what? She's still a kid. Sometimes she's just hard-headed. So if I tell her to do something and she don't do it, I get very upset. Hey, didn't I ask you to clean up your room? Didn't I tell you to put up those dishes? You know what? You know what? Give me the hearing aids. If you ain't gonna listen to me, you ain't gonna listen to nobody. Stop crying, look at me when I'm talking to you. These are just jokes, don't nobody call the people on me, right? These are just jokes. I promise. You can ask her, but you're gonna have to scream real loud. I am a very special child. My parents, not that kind of special, man. My parents were married as teenagers. I was born to teenage parents. Sometimes I think my mother's still mad at me because I got her grounded. My mother and father were very, very young, so it didn't work out. So I can't tell you a lot about him. I know he was an athlete, so he was a fierce competitor. Out of all his friends, he was the best at hide and go seek. My mother actually got remarried when I was very young, so I was blessed to have a father in my life. I had two fathers. I have a biological father and I have a stepfather. My biological father I'll call Pops, because he wasn't around. He kind of popped up every now and then. My stepfather I call Dad, because he's the one who actually raised me. Ironically, both of their names is Robert. Told y'all my mama be tripping. Now, she taught me to give them both the same amount of respect, so on holidays, I would get them both the same team jersey with Robert on the back. But one was home and one was away.
Big scary man, my dad used to beat us. Did you guys get the beatings? Spanking, they call it, to get away with it. We were afraid of my dad when he turned around in the car and said, "Shut up! Don't make me come back there and separate you." I knew he was serious. I was back there by myself.
You gotta take guns out of the hands of people like me who would use them constantly to thin the herd. People like that. If I had a handgun, I'd be a self-appointed marshal of evolution. I'd show it to people's houses in my neighborhood. Ding dong! Hi, I couldn't help but notice that you're watching the Kardashians. We have to start somewhere. I'm going next door. They have a Miley Cyrus box set. Ding dong! It's the reckoning. You put your kids on leashes at the mall. You get tweets from The Bachelor? Go-Gurt. We have to start somewhere. That's why I could never have a gun. Because I would use it in stupid situations. First day I had it, I'd be at the grocery store counting your items at the express line. That's right, raising the level of accountability. You need that kind of pressure? 3, 4, 5. Getting nervous? New sheriff in town. Is it a 6-pack or 6 items? We're gonna find out.
But now, world's changed, right? We live in a different place now. We've gotten lazier, you know. Not you guys, just people in general. Like, we have grocery stores now. We don't even hunt for food anymore. It's like, I need steak, aisle 4, sweet, and that's it, right? There's no adventure, there's no hunt. I feel like grocery stores should at least hide the food. Just make it hard to find. That's why I like Walmart. You go in there, you're like, where's the lunch meat? Oh, it's under the bath towels. There we go.
So one time my dad was leading singing at this little church, and I was sitting down front, and he goes, on this next song, why don't we all stand to our feet? And I don't know why I did this, but I was like, yeah, everybody stand to your feet. Good thing he said that. I almost stood to my liver. We never sang that song. He didn't say a word. He just shut the book. He walked right down. He picked me up. He carried me like a football outside. Yeah, and he's a Tony Romo fan, so he fumbled me several times. Are we still okay? But no, back to the real story. He really did. He picked me up and he carried me out. And I deserved it. I should never have ever smarted off to my parents. And, you know, but it was so embarrassing because it was right in front of my children. And,
Feels great. I'm feeling good. I actually just recently had to go to the emergency room, though, and I had some stomach virus thing. I almost called an ambulance. It's weird, even considering calling an ambulance for yourself. You know? You call ambulances for other people, right? What are you supposed to say about yourself? Can you come get me? Yeah, I don't feel so good. Just come on in, I'll be lying on the floor. I'm just looking at the phone going, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. It was at night, so I drove myself to the emergency room. That's a nice, relaxing drive. No, after you. Merge, everybody merge. I'm only imploding. So I pull up at the entrance to the emergency room. No valet parking. I mean, if that's not the biggest oversight in our solar system. If there's ever a time where you want to go, can you park this because I need to collapse immediately? But no, I'm circling around a parking lot. Can I park there? I think I'm going to die. I'm dying too. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'll go up a couple levels. Unbelievable. I don't care if you're driving yourself or someone else to the emergency room. You still want to get out and run in with them. Are you supposed to drop somebody off and go park a car? Okay, you go in. Tell him you're shot. Ask them if they validate. Unbelievable. So I finally park, you know. I go in to check in. They ask the most insulting question when you check into a hospital. What seems to be the problem? What seems? Well, it seems It seems like everything on my inside wants to be on my outside. But I'm no doctor. What kind of condescending question? So they check me into my luxurious half room. There's a curtain down the middle with a mystery patient on the other side. And he's moaning over there. Thinking, man, they're never going to help me with him moaning like that. So I got to out-moan him, you know? Quit moaning, we're all hurting. The whole floor is like a haunted choir. Be hell to work in this environment. So I'm killing time writhing. Nurse finally comes in. How are you doing tonight? I'm on a gurney. You have a painkiller or something? This is killing me. So she goes, how would you describe your pain? It's killing. I don't know if you remember that part. Ouch. What are we playing, that pyramid game? Excruciating. Horrific. Would rather have shards of glass in my eyes. How do I convey this to you? So she asks, how would you rate your pain? 4 stars. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. She goes, how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst? Well, you know, saying a low number isn't going to help you. Oh, I'm a 2. Maybe the high 1s, and you could give me a baby aspirin and cut it in half. Maybe a Flintstone vitamin and I'll be out of your hair. You can go 10 to all the 3s and 4s and such. If anyone's saying such ridiculous numbers. I couldn't bring myself to say 10, though, because I had heard the worst pain a human can endure is getting the femur bone cracked in half. And I don't know if that's true, but I thought if it is, they have exclusive rights to 10. And now I'm thinking, what was I worried about? Is there like a femur ward at the hospital? They would have heard about me and hobble into my room. Who the hell had the audacity to say he was at a level 10? You know nothing about 10. Give me a sledgehammer. Let me show you what 10 is all about, Mr. Tommy Ache. No! 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 How can I possibly say 10? I can't. So I thought I'll say 9. And then I thought, no, childbirth. I better not try to compete with that. And then I'm thinking, you know, it must be hell giving childbirth when your femur bone's cracked. So I said, I guess I'm an 8. She goes, oh, okay, I'll be back. I'm like, oh, I blew it. I ain't getting nothing with 8. But she surprised me. She comes in, she goes, the doctor told me to give you morphine immediately. And I'm like, morphine? That's what they gave the guy in Saving Private Ryan right before he died. Okay, I'm a 4. I'm a 0. I'm a negative 11-teen. Morphine. So they gave me morphine. Wow. All I know is about 15 minutes later, just for the hell of it, I was like, I'm an 8 again. Guess who's an 8? And they finally checked me out. I'm walking down the hall going, say 8, say 8, say 8, say 8. Happy 8 Day. Did you get some 8? Did you get any 8? What am I throwing? You can't throw a number. Johnny Appleseed. Did you get any 8 over there? I don't understand my own visuals. All right. Up here throwing numbers around. I'm fine now, I think. I don't know. So they sent me to my regular doctor for a follow-up, and I was nervous going because my cholesterol. I knew it was going to be high because last year it was high, and I hadn't done anything different. What are the odds your cholesterol is going to plummet for no reason? Come on, 200, come on! 337, how can that be? I had Burger King coupons in my pocket. It's inexplicable. So I was nervous. And I realized that's the only time as an adult that I feel like a little kid. Is when I go to the doctor. You didn't do what I told you, did you? No, I didn't. What should you have done? I should have listened when you were talking to me. What are you going to do from now on? Pay attention when you say things. When are you going to start? I'm going to start right now. Immediately. Tall doctor. He's a good doctor, I think, you know. I told him I get heartburn sometimes, so he goes and gets me a list of things that cause heartburn. I'm looking at the list and I'm like, I already know this. I know how to get it. That's like going into the hospital with a cannonball wound and they show you a list. Here's how you get cannonball wounds. I have a cannonball wound. It's gaping. Do you have a tube of cannonball wound ointment? Number 1, do not stand directly in front of a cannon. How true that is. So, my doctor looks at me and says, you should probably drop a couple pounds there, Brian. Thank you. Only your doctor has carte blanche on insults. He just insults you for a while, and then you pay him for the insults on the way out. Boy, you should lose some weight, and those moles are looking pretty weird. All right, how much for that, Doc? When can we get together again? Big fat mole man walking out of your office. Thanks for the confidence boost. I'm off to the Macy's Day Parade. Grab a rope! How does he care? You're big and you're ugly. Next. He does care. Doctors are good people. That's why they avoid the word pain. It's a buzzword. They won't hit it a lot. They don't want to scare anybody. Doctors will tell you all about pressure. They'll tell you all about the pressure you're going to experience. If a doctor tells you you're about to feel some pressure, buckle up. In a moment, you're going to feel a little bit of pressure. Pressure hurt like hell! Pressure. All pain involves pressure. That's one of the definitions of pain. You could be swinging a 2x4 at your head. In a moment, you're going to feel a little bit of pressure. Hey, bring it on. I'm good under pressure. I like pressure situations. So my doctor, he told me to watch what I'm eating, told me to read food labels. I'm in the store reading a Fig Newton's label. I've always liked Fig Newtons. I'm trying to see if it's okay to eat them, and everything looked fine, the fat content, everything. I looked at the serving size, 2 cookies. Who the hell eats 2 cookies? I ate Fig Newtons by the sleeve. 2 sleeves is a serving size. I open them both and eat them like a tree chipper. Fig Newton shavings coming off the side. Then I put a Newton catcher and empty that bag out as a snack. What the hell are they talking about? 2 Fig Newtons. They're the size of a postage stamp. You want another one? Oh, I don't know. I've already had 2 whole entire Fig Newtons. Maybe I could try to muscle one more down, but I don't think I'm gonna. Right, I'm stuffed to the rafters. They're nuts. We got an ER here. We got a 3 Fig Newton eater. How many did he have? What is he, nuts? Doesn't he read? Who's coming up with serving sizes? A serving size of ice cream is a 1/2 cup. What is that? Is that like a joke some guy put on there? Hey, come here. Look what I put for the serving size. I just did it as a joke, but they're going out like that. I don't know what to do. Just let it go. I guess there's nothing you can do now. You ever know anybody to eat a 1/2 cup of ice cream? Hey, you want to go grab something to eat? Oh, no. I had a 1/2 cup of ice cream. Yeah, a whole 1/2 cup. I just kept eating and eating and eating. I must have had 2 spoonfuls. I think a serving size of ice cream is when you hear the spoon hit the bottom of the container. Clank, when you can't do this anymore. I even ripped the side. I'm not sure what they're talking about for the 1/2 cup of ice cream. I have to lay off dairy, though. That's what my doctor threw in as I was leaving his office. Oh, and lay off dairy. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of blanket sweep is that? And no more happiness. Away with you! What does he care? I'm trying to lay off dairy. I'm in the supermarket with my little cart, and I'm trying to avoid the dairy aisle. I can see they all have party hats on over there. I'm in the juice aisle, slooped over with juice people. Ugh. I learned something in the juice aisle, and that is, I don't know what's going on with cranberries, but they're getting in all the other juices. Whoever the salesman is for cranberries does a great job. He's showing up everywhere. Hey, what do you got, apples? Put some cranberries in them. We'll call it cran apple. Go 50-50. What do you got, grapes? How about cran grape? What do you got, mangoes? Cran mango. What do you got, pork chops? Cran chops. Why don't you back off, cran man? Why don't you take your sales trophy and have a vacation? He's working too hard. He's making the other fruit guys feel bad, you know? Like the banana guy wakes up. Man, I ain't into nothing. Cram man's all coupled up. You gotta get cracking, banana man. You gotta get on a stick. My doctor also told me to, eat more fruit. So I had some Pop-Tarts this morning. Nice thin layer in there. You ever look at a Pop-Tarts box? They have directions on there. Can there be a simpler food item than Pop-Tarts? Like if the directions weren't on there, would somebody, what the? How do I get that goodness in me? What do you do? How do you get it done? You read, man. That's what you do. They have 2 sets of directions. In case you don't understand one set, you abandon that whole track and get on something a little easier for yourself. They have a set of toaster directions, which, believe it or not, is more than 1 step. How could there possibly be more than 1 step? I can only think of one. Step 1, toast the Pop-Tarts. Go ahead, toast them. Hey, are you still reading this? But they've managed to break them into smaller increments. These are some of the actual steps. I would love to be in the room watching somebody who has to consult these toaster steps. Okay, number 1, remove pastry from pouch. I see where they're going with this. We're banging on all cylinders now. Number 2, insert pastry vertically. They're reading toaster directions. You're going to throw the vertical concept at them? Then they have a whole set of microwave directions. That just blew me away that you could actually microwave a Pop-Tart. I mean, how long does it take to toast a Pop-Tart? A minute? If you want them dark? People don't have that kind of time. Listen, if you need to zap fry your Pop-Tarts before you head out the door, you might want to loosen up your schedule. And I swear it says microwave on high for 3 seconds. I don't think I want to wake up and be eaten in 3 seconds. The alarm goes off. Put him in. Slade, I gotta get out of here. If you're waking, eating, and hauling in 3 seconds, you're booking yourself too tight. We also had to get the phone turned on. I'm at my friend's house. I call the phone company. Can you turn on our telephone? Okay, it's going to be a problem. I figured. How? Why? It's just gonna be a big nightmare. That's our policy. It's gonna be a nightmare. Something about hell on earth. It's different than I thought. I didn't know how it worked, so I asked him, how does that work? Do we have to wait in our home for a few days for the phone people to come out? No, we do it differently now. We can just flip the switch from right here. Oh. Great. Can you go ahead and flip it? We're going to flip it next Thursday. Can you flip it right now? We're gonna flip it Thursday, late, or Friday, or sometime in November. Can you see it from where you're at? Can I come down and flip it? What do I know? I guess there's only one flip switcher and he has a lot to get to. I assume they're tiny. Maybe they're big giant switches and they're really hard to flip, you know? Man, he's never gonna get to my house. I want to go down there and cheer him on. Go, switch flipper, go! Flip them switches! Flip them good! Switch flipper! Get him right. I'm trying to get into inventing. And, that's hard. I know what I'm going to try to invent, you know. I don't know if I'm being overly ambitious, but I'm trying to invent an ironing board that when you open it, it doesn't sound like this. Inventions intrigue me. I was reading about the walkie-talkie, and I read it was a military invention. That surprised me, because usually military stuff has strong names, you know, Apache helicopter, Tomahawk missile. Walkie-talkie? How did that slip through the system? It's a general talking to some guy. What do you have there, soldier? Well, it's a new communication device. It's untethered, which will enable the troops to speak effectively when they're in the field. What's it called? Walkie-talkie. Look, I'm walking and I'm talking. Now you walk in talking, General. I'm walking talking. Are you walking talking? I like it, soldier. What's this explosive device? The whammy-kablammy. And this is the Rudy-Tooty aim and shoot. I'm actually kind of quiet off stage. A lot of people don't realize that. I was at a dinner party recently. A bunch of people that I don't know. One guy talking plenty for everybody. Me, myself, right, and then I, and then myself, and me. I couldn't tell this one about I because I was talking about myself, and then me. Beware the me monster. So I tried to jump in with a little story. I don't want to just sit there the whole night. Right when I'm done with my story, this guy goes, "That ain't nothing." Oh, well, didn't mean to waste everybody's time. Telling my nothing story. Here, let Marco Polo speak. He's back with tales of adventure.
Not all models in the old strip clubs either. No, ooh, there's some rough trade running around. Oh, some dinged up shit, yeah. Not everyone's getting laid either, unless you're the one guy with a kilo of coke and a babysitter. It's not happening, honestly. This girl comes up to me, she goes, "You want to dance?" I go, "Table dance? What's that?" I play dumb, it's so smart. I go, "What's up?" And she goes, "Well, DJ plays a song, I strip off all my clothes, end of the song, you give me $20. I go, "I don't know. I mean, that feels like a lot. It's just, right now there's a recession." Okay, I'll do it. She doesn't even bite on it. She's like, So I go, "Right." And she's like, and the guy's like, "This love is taking its toll. You say goodbye too many times before. Our heart is breaking in front of me. I have no choice, and I don't say goodbye." I go, "What's going on?" I go, "That's the song came unplugged. They didn't." She's like, I go, "No, there's an electrical storm, maybe an earthquake or..." Oh my God, is that how they get you? They don't play the whole... Oh my God. Oh, that's good. Oh, you got me. You got me. Asshole. You did it. You got another guy. Stupid. It worked. Hey, you tricked me. Good job. There's your 20. Go high five all your stripper buddies. She goes, "You want another dance?" I go, "This bitch wants..." "Yeah, I'll take one more." So sad. Pathetic. Na na na. Na na na. Da na da na da na. Na na na. Na na na. Da na da na da na da na da. Da na na. Well, that's a song. You didn't get the fucking words yet. God damn it, one more. This is why I'm broke. Actually, here's one trick you can do. When I was doing Tommy Boy in Toronto, Chris we go to this, you can do to your friends. He would go to the strip club and he'd find me the roughest, rattiest, grossest stripper and he'd buy me 10 table dances in a row from her. And it's so horrible because there's nothing you can do. You have to ride it out. It's too mean. So I'm stuck with this pops out of the back. "How's it going? Hey, your friend bought you 10 dances. That's a real good guy. Yeah, I tell you what, I don't give too many dances no more. I'm in a bit of a forced retirement. I got my bum leg. That's mostly because of snow. Oh, I'll feel this one tomorrow. I should have stretched. I need to keep that prednisone in my system. Oh, boy, I'm going to pull a hammer. We're going to have a real nice hour 20. Yeah, courtesy of your buddy. I got the flu a little bit. You can't catch it. It's the first day. Hey, let's do this. I want to dig my heels into the shag. I want to make sure I get my beaver up there in your grill real good. My kid loves Joe Dirt. Oh, how old is he? He's 47. Holy shit, that's higher than I thought you'd say. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming down. I'll see ya next time. Bye-bye.
But you have to be careful. You have to be careful in a long-term relationship. You have to respect women because they're so different. Because you can take them for granted. And often, she'll have a word. She'll say, "Michael, you've got to be a bit more romantic with me, We've been together a long time now. You've got to make a bit of an effort sometimes. Be a bit more romantic, because I'm a woman. I'm a woman. And I've been doing some reading as well recently. I've read 3 books. And I'm a woman. And I need to be seduced. This is very difficult for men to understand. Because men don't need to be seduced. We can seduce ourselves when we're not even conscious. Often we just wake up in the morning and just, I appear to have fully seduced myself during the night. Women love spontaneity. I just don't think men really know what it means. Just got to be a bit more spontaneous, Just be spontaneous every once in a while. Surprise me with something. Be spontaneous. Men don't really know what that means. We think it means do something when she least expects it. That's all we've really come up with. Like someone should be bending down, loading the dishwasher. I just sort of catch her in the corner of my eye. Oh, yeah, hello. Shagging. Hello. What are you doing? I'm busy. I'm being spontaneous. No, piss off. Sorry, what's wrong with you? You wanted me to be spontaneous. I was reading the paper and then I tried to have sex with you. It was a completely spontaneous. It's the definition of spontaneous. I can't win. Once I actually knocked her in by accident. Ah! Shit! Jesus! Oh, Christ! There's a spoon in my eye! What the hell were you doing? Sorry, darling, I was trying to be spontaneous. Spontaneously nearly took my eye out, you idiots! Such a dickhead. Oh my God, I've got pasta in my hair. Peas on my forehead. Such a twat. I wouldn't be here if you put your plate in the fucking dishwasher and not next to it. The gym is the big thing, that's what everyone says. Go to the gym. I've tried. I've been to the gym, and it's a horror story. The changing rooms, I just can't cope with it. I don't understand men's philosophies towards nakedness, okay? Men in this very room behave like this, and I don't understand you. If I have to be naked in public, I'll be naked for a short amount of time as is humanly possible, okay? I will get my fresh new pants, will line them up, get the perfect distance away, take off old pants, put new pants on! I'm back in pants. Sometimes I go too quickly. I'm in 2 pants. I don't give a shit. I'd rather have 2 pants than no pants. But other men have completely the opposite philosophy of this. They'll come out of the shower, sort of air drying, towel drying their asses. I have never towel dried my ass in my entire life. I don't need to. I don't leak water from my ass. But other men, they spend hours working away at the ass area. Going through dozens of fresh towels. And they don't do it in the corner against the wall. They're right out there in the open looking at you, yes. I'm towel drying my ass now. And I've seen men put their pants on last. Literally last. They come out of the shower, you know, they put the shirt goes on, everything's flopping around out here. Tie goes on, look who's still in town. Jacket, coat, scarf, top hat, yeah, baby. Shoes and socks. How is that even fucking possible? What are you gonna do? Sew your trousers on now? People dropping keys. I saw one guy blow drying his pubic hair in the hand dryer. That should be illegal. Standing there talking about house prices. Do you think we've reached the bottom? I've seen people run into each other. If I saw somebody I knew in the gym, changing room, I'd hide in the locker. This guy was like, Mark? Fucking hell! Richard! Is that you? I didn't know you were a member of this gym. Yeah, just moved into the area recently. What's it like here? You literally don't know where to look. Just... I sat down once to do my shoelaces. I will never again go to this height in that environment again. There are lockers above me. Somebody's looking for their locker, sort of edging their way over. I'm sitting here doing my laces.
First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyways. 71, maybe. Yeah, 70 so you can experience like some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, you know? Like, that's gotta be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So, it's ridiculous. I don't wanna live much longer than that. I hear people go like, I wanna live to be 100. Really? Have you seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin, okay? And he knows it, too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner, look down. Like, he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. But he won't take me. If I see him now, I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately, alive. Yeah. I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that. Because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. Like, Whenever anybody says like, hey man, do you want to go check out I go, no to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more as long as I live for the rest of my life. Yeah. I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. Be like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. And he'll go, fuck Steve. But, I know everybody I need to know. I want to watch my show. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. You know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old, I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know, like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snapped. Sit down. Like, okay. That looks amazing.
One of my friends is like a beer expert. You know, he's like, we gotta go to a brewery. I'm like, why can't we just go to a bar? He's like, it's fun. You can see how it's made. I don't care how it's made. Look, I like porn. I don't need to go to a broken home. Trying to get better. I'm in therapy. Anybody else? Hey, there you go. A couple people. Yeah. I'm doing this thing called exposure therapy. That's where you face your fears. Scared of heights, takes a hot air balloon. Scared of drowning, takes you in the ocean. So he said, what are you scared of, Mark? I said, I'm claustrophobic and scared of intimacy. So he took me in a little closet and fucked me. That was very expensive. Yeah. Why the stigma with therapy? Why? All my friends make fun of me. I think it should be mandatory. Everybody works out their muscles. Why not work out your emotions? I'll be hanging out with a friend. He's like, all right, man, take it easy. I'm going to go work on arms and back. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go work on letting go of the past and accepting love. Right? Everybody loves the gym. Ooh, the gym makes me feel sexy. Well, you know what else is sexy? Not being a walking red flag. Right? Nobody cares about your abs if you're the guy having a meltdown at Chili's, right? I think people respect the gym because there's a culture behind it. You know, like gym rats. They have T-shirts that say beast mode and better sore than sorry. Therapy people, we need T-shirts. We need a shirt that says no dad, no problem. Right? Or like can't stop, won't stop crying. Ah! I could have used some therapy as a kid, weird kid. Bedwetter, oh yeah. I wet the bed every day till I was 13 years old. My mattress looked like a goddamn coffee filter. Right? Woo-wee! I ruined a lot of sleepovers, folks, yeah. You start to run out of excuses after a while. Now your friend's like, what happened here? I was like, geez, I must have spilled a cup of piss. Yeah, but it's good to get out of New York. That city will eat you alive, you know? Good to be here. I live in the West Village of Manhattan, you know, real cool neighborhood. The Gay Pride Parade actually goes right by my house every day. And, yeah. I like a gay area. Gay guys are the best. Progressive, non-violent. You never meet any violent gay guys. There's no gay gangs. That would just be a musical. Any gay guys here tonight? Yeah. Hey, all right. Thanks for coming out. Big fan. One of my best friends is gay. He's obsessed with straight guys. That's like his thing, you know? He's like, I love flipping a hetero. He's like, you know how hard that is? You know how hard it is to go out every night, see a bunch of people you want to have sex with who don't want to have sex with you? I was like, that's exactly what it's like being a straight guy. What the hell are you talking about? I would argue it's just hard for me to sleep with a woman as for you to flip a hetero. He was like, nah, you have no idea. You got to take him out for hours, convince him. Yeah, same here. He's like, no. Even if you do pull it off, which is like a miracle, they feel horrible after. Yeah, same thing. We went back and forth for hours, arguing about this all night, back and forth. Eventually, I woke up at his place. Yeah, I don't know. People take things so seriously. I guess they got to show you their personality by yelling at you about stuff that bothers them. I don't know. Like, I don't mean any of this stuff. I'm just saying words in a certain order to elicit laughter. People like try to figure me out through my act. It's all jokes. I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that. I was like, whoa, hey, sorry. I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse. But, you know, either way, I'll see you at home later, honey. And again, all jokes. I love abortions. I paid for 2 last week. I'm a fan, right? You remember? Come on. It's all jokes. A friend of mine, she works at Planned Parenthood. She loves that joke. And I was like, I might have to get rid of it. People don't like it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. I was like, don't tell me what to do with my body of work. She's like, every joke's a miracle. Weird times. Taking words away, I get it. Words hurt people. I get it, But here's the thing. We're kind of in like a weird word prohibition. Can't say this, can't say that. That's why I feel like every now and then we should all go to a politically incorrect speakeasy. Just somewhere we can all go to say horrible stuff and nobody cares. You got no hate in your heart. You don't want to hurt anybody. But if you can't say it there, give us a place you can. Right? You go down some creaky stairs. You bang on a big steel door. The guy's like, what's the password? Retarded. Get in here! All right. It's like the 90s again, Because offensive words, they're like alcohol. Sure, you can abuse it. Sure, you can hurt people. If you do it responsibly, it's a good time, Just don't do it at work. Don't do it around kids, but go home, close the door, take the edge off. Midget. I don't know. Everything's weird now. The news is insane. The internet's full of hate. I feel like it's the little things that keep you happy now. You got to cherish the little things. I got a Snapple today. I love a good Snapple. I love that fun fact down to the cap. It was a good one today. It said polar bears used to be brown, but through evolution they turned white because police were shooting them. I know. I couldn't believe they fit all that under the cap. I think generally speaking, when it comes to sex, I think men are a little more constant. Men like boobs, but we like boobs across the board. Boob in the bedroom, great. Boob on the bus, also great. Okay? Dick in the bedroom, great. Dick on the bus, call the police. Nobody's calling the police on a boob. You see a boob out in the wild, it's like seeing a deer. You're like, shh. It's majestic. Look, there's two now. Then your other friend walks up, hey, look at that, a boob. You're like, you spooked it. Come on. We're cracking down on sexual harassment finally. That's good. Who gets sexually harassed more than women? The one group? Pets. Yeah. Nobody ever gets consent from a dog. Nobody. People just pick it up, kiss it on the face, rub its belly, do that weird, creepy, long pet where you grab the tail at the end. We're creepy as hell with dogs. And we sound like creeps. They like it. They're begging me for it. Yeah. Thank God dogs can't talk. We'd all go to jail, right? Just some chihuahua in a courtroom like, first he flipped me over. Then he caressed all 8 of my nipples. Then he slapped me on the ass repeatedly and said, you're a good girl, good girl. Oh, God. We harass dogs all day long, and they're perfect harassers. They can't talk, so they'll never report you. That's why they're man's best friend. But that's the thing, ladies. I feel like you gals get so down about your looks, but you can do so many amazing things you never really brag about. Let's go through a list of stuff women can do that's unbelievable. First of all, you can make people. That's insane. People are coming out of you alive. You should be bragging about that constantly. I know men who'll take a photo of a good shit. You're making human beings. How annoying would men be if they could make people? I made him. Men name kids after them. They didn't even do anything. That's Jimmy Jr. Oh, yeah, what'd you do? Pff, I came. She didn't. I got to do everything around here. Yeah. Ladies, you can feed people. That's bananas. You got grade A, vitamin D, organic milk on tap. What, you got a cup of coffee? Right here. Bowl of cereal? I got you. You're a fucking dairy. I know a girl, she's lactose intolerant, still producing milk. She's making something she can't even tolerate. Much like my mom did with me. Ladies, you live longer than men, and you have a higher threshold for pain than men. On paper, you're like a superhero. On paper. But that's the thing, you ladies are so incredible. You're such amazing beings, yet you're some of the most insecure people I've ever met. It's always about looks. Do I look good in this? Does it turn you on? You like that? Do you look fat in this? This doing for you? What about this? What are you kidding? You're a woman! Own it! If I was a woman, be the cockiest bitch on the planet. What do you have, a paper cut? I've been bleeding for 3 days. This fucking guy, huh? What else you got? Oh, you cut yourself shaving? Oh, last week an immigrant waxed my taint. What's that? You pushed out a kidney stone? Ooh, I pushed out a Little League player. How do you like that? Now give me those Fruit Loops. Ah. But one of the most amazing things about women, the thing you get no credit for, ladies, the most unbelievable, impressive thing is your ability to hide everything. Everything's a goddamn secret. You're all in the CIA. You have the real you, then the you let us see. We'll go with menstruation. Pretty big deal. Let's start there. You hide it pretty goddamn well. Men are clueless. We have to guess. Is that time of the month? What do you think? Time of the month? Is she acting weird? What do you think? Is it time of the month? You realize if men got their period, there'd be blood everywhere, on the walls, the sidewalk, everywhere. Everywhere. Just guys walking to work. Ah, fucking uterine lining. Jesus Christ. Holy hell. God damn it. Give me one of those masculine napkins. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You too, huh, Jeff? Guess we're synced up. Yeah, there we go. All right. Here we go. Says don't flush it, but fuck it. It's all hidden. Everything's hidden. I used to work in an office in Midtown Manhattan. I was the only guy on the floor. It was me and like 100 women. I never heard one fart, not a toot, not a queef, nothing. Nothing. Sometimes on Friday, I'd bring in chili and just wait. Nothing. I farted up here 8 times tonight. I walked in on one woman once taking a shit. It was like I walked in on a murder scene. She was like, get the fuck out! Jesus Christ, take it easy. You're allowed to shit. I'm the opposite. You walking on me shit. I'm like, hey, what'd you bring? Thanks a lot. I'm Kevin Hart. You guys were great. What a crowd. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. Praise Allah. Get home safe. I'm gay. Thank you. Have a good night. Queef it up. LA, I love you. Comedy.
People need to top other people. I've never understood it, and I see it all the time. Obviously, people get something out of it. At best, people wait for your lips to stop. Yeah, as soon as... Okay, yeah, you, me! You, me! You see the difference? You see that? Now I do. What is it about the human condition? People get something out of that. That's why I have a social fantasy. I wish I was one of the 12 astronauts who have been on our moon. They must love knowing they can beat anybody's story whenever they want. They can sit back quietly at a dinner party while some other person, some me monster's doing his thing, and let him go. Let him run with the line while you be quiet. Oh, really? Let him have his moment. Yeah, I'm a big traveler. I have my business. I got my own global enterprise I got to check. You know, driving in the Autobahn because I keep a fleet of sports cars over in Zurich. You know, I got a Swiss account that I want to check it. Mount Kilimanjaro expedition, might have to cancel that. You know, runways in Aspen are a lot shorter the first time you go in there. The Pacific Rim Company, I'm going to try to take that over. And global enterprise. I walked on the moon. Well, you have the floor, Moonwalker. You know, you mentioned driving on the Autobahn. That reminded me. Once I was driving in the Sea of Tranquility. In my lunar rover. And I, too, was worried about our speed till I remembered, wait, we're the only ones on the moon. You guys are great. Thank you very much.